Hello dear students, today we will be starting our chapter 9, that is strategies of enhancement in food production. Now there are several methods to increase the production of food to meet the demand of increasing population of our country. So these methods will include animal husbandry and the dairy products. The agriculture practice of breeding and raising livestock is known as animal husbandry, and it deals with care and breeding of livestock like buffaloes, cow, pigs, horses, and in this the animal husbandry is also clubbed with the poultry along with the fishery. The fisheries may be mollusk or the shellfish. So this is our animal husbandry. Now if I talk about farm and farm animals, there are dairy farm management, poultry farm management, apiculture, which is known as the beekeeping, and fisheries. So these are under the topic of our management of farm and practices. Then we have the animal breeding objectives, that why we need to do the animal breeding. The first of all is improved growth rate, for the more production of milk, meat or egg, for improvement in desirable qualities of the cattle. Like we want it should have disease resistance, it should give more milk, like that. Then we have dairy farm management. It is the management mainly for the milk and meat. And in milk also we want the more production, having more content of protein, carbohydrate, and lean meat. Lean meat means which have less fat. Now in this also we have to select the good breeds which have high yielding potential. In this, cleanliness and hygiene should be maintained for the animal, and a regular visit of veterinary doctor is a must. Moreover, care should be taken for the diet of the cattle. Then is poultry farm management. In this, the domesticated fowl are used for their egg or meat. Again in this also we must keep hygiene and health as priority. Moreover, the disease resistance is a prerequisite of this poultry farm management too. Then we have animal breeding. The group of animals which are related by descendant in most of the character like appearance, features, configuration are said to be a breed. For example, you see different breeds of dog, Pomeranian, Pitbull, etc. So they are known as breed. Now animal breeding will aim in increasing the yield of animal, and it increase the desirable quality of the product. So when breeding is between the animals of the same breed, then it is known as inbreeding, and the cross between the two breeds are known as outbreeding. So there are two ways of animal breeding: inbreeding within the same breeding and outbreeding in which the different breeds are taken. Now in inbreeding, the same breed is chosen for around 4 to 6 generations. And in inbreeding, homozygosity is increased. Homozygosity means the useful character is taken, but the only negative point of inbreeding is the inbreeding depression, due to which the animal may become infertile. So in this, the usually restore fertility is used, in which the animal is mated with the distant related. Now outbreeding is the breeding of unrelated animal. In this, the individual are of the same breed or different. For example, tiger and lion will give liger, bison and yak will give the other hybrid. Now it is inbreeding between a zebra and a horse. The cross is made between same breed but closely related individual for 4-6 generations. Then we have outcrossing. In outcrossing practice, animals within the same breed are taken, but they don't have common ancestor till 4-6 generation. The offspring of mating is known as outcross, and it helps to overcome the inbreeding depression also. Now in crossbreeding, this is the other method in which the superior male of same one breed is mated with superior female of other breed. For example, production of Hisar Dele. It's a sheep which yield more wool. In this, the desirable characteristics of two different breeds are combined. This is the example, Hisar Dele. It's the breed of sheep which was developed by Punjab, and it's a combination between Bikaneri Eve and Merino rams. Then we have interspecific hybridization. The male and female of two different species are mated. Now here you see in the picture is a mule. Mule is a result of combination between a donkey, male donkey, and a female horse. But they have economic value is high because they can carry heavy load. So this is the result of interspecific hybridization. Now is artificial insemination. In this method, what is done, the semen is collected from the male which is healthy, and the semen is collected and is injected into the reproductive tract of the selected female. But the success rate is very low. So to increase the chances of production, the other mean is MOET. Now let us discuss what is this MOET. Multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology. It is used to improve the chances of successful production of hybrid. The cow is given follicle stimulating hormone, due to which it will produce 6 to 8 eggs instead of 1 egg in a cycle. The female is either mated with the bull or it is artificially inseminated. Now this is the picture given. Ovum pickup, oocyte selection, then it is sent to laboratory, in vitro maturation, and finally it is transferred at the stage of 6 to 32 cells, that is known as embryo. The embryo are transferred into the cow. So this is the technique MOET. You can see here in the picture, right? Moreover, these embryo can be even transferred in the other cows also, and again this cow will be available for producing more eggs. Next is tissue cell donor. Now here this is the clone sheep, Dolly is being shown. Here the clonal cell is taken from one animal, and the egg cell is taken from other sheep. From here the nucleus is removed, and the nucleus from somatic cell is put. The embryo will grow for 7 days and it is transferred into the surrogate mother, which is not the biological mother. This is the aspect of cloning. Then this is the next topic, beekeeping or apiculture. We will discuss it later on. Thank you.